There's no better day to begin, like to begin with sports. We all know that sports keeps body and mind together. In fact, even international laws recognize the fact that sports is part of life. You must involve yourself in sport. Hello dear and welcome. This is Kama Television and the program is Sports Cycle. Today we have two wonderful guests who have been in the sports cycle for years. And today we are going to discuss a new game that is in town. And when I say a new game that is in town, I'm talking about Adamawa State. And that name of the game is flag football. Have you ever heard of flag football? Not even me. But never mind. We have two gentlemen in the sports circle that will be telling us what the flag football is all about. I have Coach Polycarp Joel, who is the coordinator, Yola Zone of the Nigeria School Sports Federation, and also an assistant national coach male volleyball team. Mr. Polycarp, you are welcome to Kama TV.
Thank you very much. And
this is Sports Circuit.
I'm pleased to be here.
On my right, I also have Mr. David Wunan. He is the secretary, Nigerian School Sports Federation, Yola Zone, and also an international instructor of the new game, which is flag football. Mr. Wunan, you are welcome. This is Sports Circuit.
Thank you for having me.
Now, to begin to set the ball rolling, let me begin by asking Mr. Wunan, flag football, very strange to me. What is flag football? All I know, and most of the viewers know, is football is football. You use your leg to play the ball. But now we are having a new game in town, which is flag football. What is it all about?
Flag football, like you said, it could be a new game to us here in Adamawa State, but in some parts of the country it's not too new to us. Flag football is a direct inverse of the American football, that is the rugby that we normally know. Now, the difference between flag football and the rugby is simple. The American football version that we already know is a contact kind of game where you have hard tackles and the rest to maneuver to get the ball and then deliver the goal at the end. But in that of flag football is a non-contact game. They share the same rules and some of the features we see. But the only difference between the flag football and the rugby, we have a flag. Whenever that flag is pulled from the player, automatically the game will stop. And then we start the game as at the point where that particular flag is either removed or a foul is committed.
Okay, who holds the flag? Is it the arbiter or the umpire?
All the players wear the flags around their waist.
Okay.
Both the offense and the defense. The offense are those attacking, while the defense are those protecting their goal line. So whenever they have 4 lives, let's say, so when you give them, they start, we expect the offense to use that 4 chance that they have to deliver the goal. And when that is not achieved, they switch, the defense will now become the offense, and then the offense will now become the defense in search for the goal.
So in flag football, we don't have a referee or an umpire that will have the whistle that will be blowing just like in football.
Yes, in flag football, we have 4 referees that oversee the overall game. And the period of the game may last for, it depends on the age of the players. So maximum is 30 minutes per half. And when we have 4 referees, like I said, we have the center referee who take care of all the rules, make sure that all the rules from both the defense and the offense are kept. And also we have the center judge, and we also have the line judge. We also have the field judge. Both of these umpires, they have their own specific places on the field of play. So they take charge of that. It's unlike that of the normal football where you have the linemen and also the center line. So in flag football, because it's a non-contact game, they want the game to be non-contact. That is to maintain high level of safety. So these 4 umpires take it very serious with the specific dimensions they have on the field of play, so that they make sure that they enforce every rule that is in the game of flag football, to make sure that that particular rules is observed. So they make sure they follow every one of the players there on the field of play. They monitor them based on the dimension.
Okay, you made mention of the non-contact games. Is that right? The flag football.
Yes.
It's a non-contact
It's a non-contact game.
games. Okay, we'll discuss about the non-contact games more and how do you score in the game of flag football. Before we do that, I will come back to you, Coach Polycarp. I believe that you are in the know when this flag football was introduced here in Yola, Adamawa State.
Yes.
And I also believe that you have had a seminar regarding the introduction of the flag football. Now, how has it been?
The flag football has been introduced in Nigeria for long, about 2018. For the northern states, they were not introduced. They picked Adamawa State last year, precisely July. They came down from the Federation of Flag Football to introduce the game to Nigerian School Sport Federation in Adamawa State. So what they did is they selected schools, like 10 schools from within the Adamawa State. So they started with the Yola Zone. That is where I come in, being the coordinator of the Yola Zone sports of the secondary schools. So when they came with their team. They came, we brought them 10 schools. They make exhibition with these 10 schools. We show them how the game is being played. From there is where we found my next person that is explaining flag football. From there they pick interest, then they introduce them to the rules of the game, and they entered the seminar. They did the certification program online. After then they certified them to be an international referees and coaches of the flag football. So the reason why we had a seminar is they brought the game to us in Adamawa State. So we in Yola Zone, because post-primary school management would have 5 zones. Then in Yola Zone they brought they introduced it to us. So we have to step it down to the other zones. So by doing that we have to first of all steady it down to post-primary school game masters.
Okay, game masters.
Yes, in Yola Zone first.
Okay.
So we have a very good outcome of the game masters.
So how has that been their response? Are they able to embrace the new game?
In fact, it comes to us like a surprise, because the way they come out to see the new game as if a messiah has come to see things that is just similar to rugby, but it's not being introduced, it's not been known. So when they saw it, after the day of practicals, you see how they come, they are very eager to even play. So when the players that were being trained by the instructors display, so all of them, they come into the game to showcase what they can do from the seminar, what they learned from the seminar.
Okay, we are going to talk more on the demonstration of the new game, talking about the flag football after the break. Viewer, you have been watching Sports Circle on Kama TV, and I've been talking with 2 gentlemen who are very vast in the introduction of the new game we have in town, the flag football. Stay tuned. After this break, we'll discuss more on that. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is Sports Circle on Kama TV Online, and I've been talking with 2 sports enthusiasts, 2 sports administrators, 2 sports managers here in Adamawa State. We are also discussing on the new game that was introduced here in Adamawa State, flag football. similar to rugby. So, Mr. Unan, before the break, you have been talking about the introduction of the new games here in Adamawa State, and you were part of the 2-day seminar that was conducted at the Ramat College here. Now, I want you to tell us how the game is played and how do you score a point. Just like football, when you score, you have 1 goal. When you score 2 goals, you have 2 goals. When the opponent score is 2-1 and the rest. But how do you score a point in flag football?
Okay, thank you. It's very easy how you score a goal, but there are rules, like I said. In the end of the game, on its own, like I said, is a version of American rugby. Now, we have 2 opponents, and then we have the offense and the defense. Now, the offense, when the game begins, they are the one who are mandated to score goal. Now, they are given 4 downs. We call them downs because we'll be using some terminologies that is not common to it will give the listener a little bit listen, but when you get to know about the game, it becomes easier. So that down, each of either the offense and the defense, they have 4 downs. Now, within that stipulated time, they were expected to score. Now, when a foul is committed, then it becomes a dead ball. And then they move from the 4th to the 3rd, and then to the last down. If they exhaust their chances with the 4 downs and we are not able to touch down successfully, then that same match will be handed back to the defense, who will now become the offense trying to score. Now, basically, the game is very simple. We can play it mixed, that is both female and male, and also we can play male, depending on the level of the games. And then we have categories. We have an age limit. Now we have 4 players, that is each of the team can have 4, they can have 5, they can have 7, depending on the level where they play the games. So it makes it very flexible for even primary, nursery school students to key in the game very easily. So basically what you do when you have the ball, you try to reach the end zone of the opponent. So
do you use ball just like in rugby?
Just like rugby,
You use ball
you use ball
to run around the
a
field.
kind of oval shaped ball,
Oval shape.
not the normal ball that you see,
Yes.
oval shaped ball. So like I said, there are rules, too much rules because of the safety of the game. We want to maintain high level of safety. There are so much rules that when the offense have a ball, that is the runner, they have right of passage. That is, no defense is allowed to come in for a direct block. So you give him a chance to go, then you come back behind. If you have the chance, then you remove the flag. That's the only permission you have to touch any of the players. So when that is done, we consider it illegal contact. So a whistle will be blown, and then penalty will be awarded
by the referee.
by the referee.
The referee is always outside.
The referee, we have the center referee. He
Who is
officiates
always
within the field. And like I said, there are 4. We have 3 of them. 3 of them outside, and then 1 inside. He is the main referee inside that oversees everything. And then we have the end zone referees, which are the field referees, and then we have the center referee, take care or in charge of the center field. That is, anything that moves between that 2 halves is responsible for that. So we have the end zone for both the defense and the offense, and then we have the safety zone also. When a player is able to pass the safety area and was able to enter the end zone, and then we consider it a successful touchdown, and 6 points will be awarded to the player or the opponent for having a successful touchdown.
Hi. You see, when you were talking about this flag football, I was just imagining, even rugby, I cannot even play rugby, talking about flag football. And you say a flag is being involved. Every player should have a flag.
Both the
Top
defense,
both the
and,
defense
and the offense have flags placed at their hip side.
hip side.
Yes.
So if there is an offense now the player will now raise the flag.
No.
Eh.
The aim is not to allow either the offense or the defense pass you with the flag,
With the flag,
and the
okay.
ball
Okay.
on the side. It's not everyone. It's only the one with the ball that the flag will be removed.
Okay, we are coming to that. It's a very tricky game, but very intelligent game.
Yes.
So we'll come to that. Coach Polika,
Yes, sir.
you are the zonal coordinator of the Nigerian Schools Sport Federation, Yola Zone.
Yes.
And this is the new game that has been brought here.
Yes.
And Yola Zone is the first
Yes.
to embrace this game.
Yes, sir.
Do you have plans to make sure that this game is accepted here in Yola Zone?
Very sure we have plans for that. Even yesterday, we had a meeting, the board, on the game, the flag football. What happens is that when they brought it to school sports, we are now to bring it or step it down to other zones through the schools that were around those zones, including primary schools, because Nigerian School Sports Federation is primary and secondary schools, including private schools, because even in the seminar we have private schools that attended the seminar.
Okay.
So what we are doing now is our next plan is now we have stepped it down to the game masters that were around there. Then the game masters will go back to their schools and introduce the games to the students in the school. Now the same game masters, with the help of the instructors, we are planning now for other 4 zones that are remaining. We are going to step it down to them too. So we are going to call their game master for a seminar too.
Okay. Another
Each of the
seminar.
zone, for the zones.
Okay.
They were not in Yola zone.
Okay.
So we'll set the program down to them. That is why we step down the program to game masters that are in Yola zone, so that we'll have enough instructors that can take back the idea of the game to the other zones.
Now, before the introduction of this flag football in advanced states, we have a lot of games here that are of comparative advantage.
Yes.
And yet, when we go to National Sports Festival or national meet or international meet in various sports,
Yes.
we find it very difficult to print the name of Adama in the map of those games.
Yes.
And this is a game that is introduced newly here in Adamawa. How sure are you that the games will be acceptable?
You see, it's not the acceptability that is mattered, but do we have the game in the federation that is being played?
Okay.
Because if they're playing the game for long, it's not now. It is only introduced to us in Adamawa. So that time that is not being introduced to Adamawa, while they are playing in the national, we are not participating.
But do we have it in the federation?
We have it in the federation.
So why are we not seeing it in the National Sports Festival?
It's a new game, but it's only it's only Nigerian School Sport Federation that are playing the game,
Okay.
not in the.
But it has not gone to that level yet.
Yes.
Okay.
It is now that they are trying to. As I said, it is just 2018 that they introduced the flag football in Nigeria.
Okay.
From that level to now, we are trying to see how school sport will introduce the vast sports in Nigeria.
Okay. Thank you very much. Time is not on our side. Your final thoughts on this?
What I want to say is I really appreciate this program because it is a highlight to people in Adamawa State to know that there is a game. There are so many games that were not even introduced in Adamawa State. But with the platform of Nigerian School Sport Federation, a game that is coming, they use the Nigerian School Sport Federation to showcase that game. And with this one now, you see, it will go a long way in touching all the crannies of Adamawa State in sporting activities from the grassroots.
Okay. Thank you very much. Mr. David Unan, the international instructor, flag football. So what's your final thought on this?
All I can say about this is, when you introduce new sports, there are some challenges that you encounter. But with the help of people like you and the platform you created, it will go a long way in solving or bridging some of these gaps. So if we have people that can come in from places like you and other media houses and other sport philanthropists and the rest that can come in to partner with the Nigerian School Sports Federation, it will go a long way for us to achieve our aim.
Okay, thank you very much. Viewer, I've been talking with two great sports enthusiasts, great sports intellect. We have been discussing about flag football. It is a game that has been introduced here in Adamawa State. The central zone of the Nigerian School Sports Federation have become the first to embrace this flag football. And we hope that in the nearest future, people of Adamawa, particularly primary and secondary schools, will embrace this game through the Nigerian School Sports Federation. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for being part of this program, Sports Circuit on Kama Television. I hope next time, if we are invited, you are obliged to come. Thank you, Mr. David.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Coach Polycarp.
Thank you very much, sir.
Coach, you are everywhere.
Yes, sir.
Okay, bye-bye. See you next time on Kama TV.